Prison for a Scottsbluff felon caught with a firearm during a February traffic stop. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a 30-year-old Scottsbluff man has been sentenced to prison after getting caught with firearms during a February traffic stop in Gering. Isaac Ironbear attempted to leave the vehicle after getting pulled over for a brake light violation, but officers were able to get a hold of him. In a bag he was holding, there was a loaded revolver and an unloaded 9mm handgun, but as a convicted felon, he's not allowed to possess firearms. In July, he pleaded no contest to a Class 1D felony charge of felon in possession of a firearm, and last week in district court, Ironbear was sentenced to 3 years in prison with 219 days credit for time already served. Well, a 46-year-old Lyman man charged in 2 felony cases in Scottsbluff County has struck a plea deal to avoid standing trial. In one case, Jose Gomez was charged with sex offender violation of failure to verify every 3 months second offense. In another case, he was charged with first-degree domestic assault, causing serious bodily injury. Last week in district court, Gomez pleaded no contest to the sex offender registry violation, and in exchange for the plea, the other case was dismissed. He faces a maximum of 20 years in prison when he's back in court for sentencing on December 3rd with Judge Leo Dobrovolny. And 11 months ago, it was announced that a Buffalo Wild Wings Go was opening up in Scottsbluff, and later this week, it will officially be open for business. The Express restaurant specializing in bone-in and boneless wings will be opening its doors to the public on Friday at 11 a.m. This establishment is located on Avenue I, directly south of the recently opened Dunkin'. Both are owned and operated by businessman Bhavesh Patel. The Buffalo Wild Wings will solely feature takeout and delivery options for customers. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Welcome back. Nebraska U.S. Senator Deb Fischer will be among those closely monitoring developments with the union strike at ports on the eastern seaboard and Gulf Coast that started early Tuesday morning. Fischer says the issues surrounding the contract negotiations are complex, with valid concerns on both sides of the bargaining table.
Workers need to make a good wage. I mean, they are the backbone of our economy here. We want to make sure that they're compensated fairly, that they have good working conditions, that they're able to be represented and have a seat at the table so they can have negotiations, have talks. But we also want to make sure that our economy is going to keep working, and this doesn't have ripple effects through the economy to affect people all across the United States.
Fischer says she hopes President Biden would be able to use his influence with organized labor to help bring about a swift and agreeable resolution. Well, the Creighton University Mid-America Business Conditions Index slumped below growth neutral for the 5th time this year, hitting 48.1 in September. Economist Ernie Goss says the overall index, down just over a half a point from August, has vacillated around growth neutral since December. He says manufacturing across the country has lost about 33,000 jobs so far this year, and the broader job market has been mixed.
We're losing full-time jobs across the U.S., so the jobs that are reported at the national level each and every month, the job growth is in part-time jobs, not full-time jobs. We are losing full-time jobs across all sectors combined. We're losing part-time and full-time jobs in manufacturing.
Economic optimism among supply managers is waning, with about 62% expecting a recession or worsening conditions in the next 6 months. He says he anticipates a quarter-point interest rate cut in November, but beyond that will depend on the bond market.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Dexter, a 3-year-old mixed breed who's been looking for the perfect forever home. Staff says he dreams of a big yard where he can chase leaves, market squirrels, and run his little heart out. His adoption cost is $175, and that includes his neuter, microchip, and all vaccinations. To meet Dexter or any of the dogs and cats they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society daily during normal business hours.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
October is Renewal by Anderson's United Against Cancer campaign, and when Renewal offered to pay for employees' radon testing and mitigation, several Renewal team members found radon in their homes. Deb was one of them, and she always wondered how she got breast cancer. Radon causes cancer. It's linked to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Radon is a killer.
People don't know about radon. They don't know what a killer it is, and they don't know how cheap it is to have it tested.
From all of us at Renewal by Anderson, please get a radon test now. It could save your life.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the lone Scottsbluff-based product still competing in the 2024 Coolest Thing Made in Nebraska contest has advanced to the next round. The autonomous feed truck for cattle operations by ALA Engineering bested Hornady's 9mm ammunition in recent voting, and in an agriculture-based semifinal showdown will take on Valley Irrigation's Center Pivot. On the other side of the bracket, an Ord Brewing Company's barrel-aged Imperial Stout is paired up against toilet paper manufactured by an Omaha nonprofit that's the largest employer of the blind and visually impaired in the state. Public voting for the top 4 products in the bracket-style competition is now open and will be held today through Sunday night at nemanufacturingalliance.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be out tomorrow. I'll be back at the anchor desk on Friday.